Welcome back to the channel of W.K.R.H 12 Productions. I'm Keith, here to show you some new builds that I made for law enforcement agencies in the month of May of 2022. Making sure I do all this, trying to get all this done, and trying to gather all these vehicles that I presented to present to you. For this particular month of May, for the particular month of each and every month, it's been good. It's been challenging too, because I had to go back and get all these builds that I've done and then try to put it all together and get it ready for you. We'll get started with a couple of builds that we've changed up recently from previous design that we've done. This is the Chevy Camaro. This is one of the older units that's been used by the Monroe County Police Department, fictional Monroe County Police Department, and they have had a previous design which was kind of a sticker decal, so to speak. We changed it up and took out the sticker and replaced it with a water slide decal design on the side. Kept everything else on the accessory decals, the dial 911, the unit numbers and stuff. And just put the basic design on that, and then touched it up a little bit on the lights. See the other side. This vehicle came with gold rims already when we first bought the vehicle. Show you on the front there. Nicely done. We just touched it up a little bit, put some visor lights on the windshield. I don't think you're gonna. Yeah, you go. You're gonna see it better here, and did it on the back as well. All these designs was done in May, so just trying to let you know on that. Another redesign. We just took all the, from the Monroe County. We kind of detailed it. Put some highlighters on the grooves of the doors on both sides, and then put the new water slide decal on that one. We took the tampos off, which was probably which was a Hot Wheels tampo. Took it off. Kept the police on the back. Detailed the tail lights a little bit. Show you more of that here on this one. It's kind of a little bit of a difference here when you highlight the grooves on the doors, but not the groove of the entire vehicle. And sometimes it still looks like it's not quite right. You want to do it, you either do it part of the way or all the way. You can't do it part of the way, you got to do it all the way and groove with the entire vehicle and do it that way. But we decided just to do the doors and leave it like that, and then touch up the headlights and headlights on the front, the tail lights on the back. Still kept the accessory decals on that. We had accessory decals, as you can see on the just next to the windows, between the back window and the side windows. Without 911. It's a nice touch, and just kind of blended around the vehicle itself. Nice touch though. Another highlight, we actually made our way to the Virginia State Police and did a Corvette Stingray design of the Virginia State Police. Now, we've already made a Virginia State Police Dodge Charger years ago, but But we've always wanted to come back to this, especially since we saw a couple, saw these vehicles, Matchbox vehicles, and the Corvette Stingrays, and it just looked fabulous. And we knew what state we wanted to. We want that. We want this. We want to sport the decals onto this vehicle and represent. So the Virginia State Police is there. Outstanding design, I think. Painted the top part, as you can see. And the back. Nicely done. Nicely done. Now we made the water slide decals for the Camaros, but this the decals here was made by W.K.R.H from Police Decal Shop. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Paint design. Painted the mirror cover, and then chrome the mirror. If you can't see it, right there, just touched it up. We're going to make more of these because we have a few more of these Stingrays here. Very nicely done. I like this. This is actually the way I envision it when we planned this out. Just a great job there. Matchbox Corvette Stingray, 2016 Corvette Stingray in that regard. Next one is the Mississippi State Police Mustang. Is it a Shelby? Nope, it's a Ford Mustang Coupe. You really want to call it a Shelby, but it's a Ford Mustang Coupe. The decals are from W.K.R.H Police Decal Shop. Thank you, ma'am. And we envisioned this as well when we had the once we got the decal, once we saw the decals available to utilize. The color scheme was great for these decals, and the color scheme was great for this unit. As you can see, the put State Police on or State Patrol on the back, and we didn't put it under the lights. Usually we put it under the lights on the bumper, on the bumpers there, and we didn't do that. We put it right on the sides of the GT letter. Not bad at all. Made a slick top, put visor lights on it, which I'll show you. Nicely done. And the front. It was already detailed in the front and the back. We did put some details on the grill of the lights there. Give it a little bit more detail there. And like I say, it's a slick top. Nothing too fancy. Have the unit number, but nothing too fancy after that. It looks real good. We just looked at this vehicle and says we know what unit we're gonna make this one, and we did, and we made it, and it didn't take long to make. Sometimes they just adding the decals. It's like wheel swaps, and that's a build. Yeah, you put it on there, and that's a build. That's a build to me. It's a build to me. Next one is the City of Chicago Police Department. We made a few already with this design. Well, with this design, and we made a few of the basic Chicago Police and the ones they made They tried to represent the newer part of Chicago Police. Now, I'm not sure if we did the new models of Chicago Police units in the last video, and I'm going to check that out. If that's not the case, then I'll bring it up on the June video, and then I'll show you the police cars on the June video. But this is the design for, this is a different design. It says it looks unique for the city of Chicago Police, and it is. This is coming off the Forza series of the video game, Forza the video game series, and just saw an image of this, and I knew we had to make it. Had to make one. We made more than one since then. A couple of years ago, maybe a little longer, but I'll show you that. And we touched up the lights on the back. Boy, great detail on the back, especially on the spoiler. We kind of used the spoiler for the lights so people can see it a little bit better, see the vehicle a little bit better, and knowing that just in case the lights here getting in the way, you know, if the spoiler is getting in the way of the lights that they want to see on the top, on the light bar. And like I said, this is one of 3 vehicles that we made of this design. As a matter of fact, I have an extra one. Give you a chance to show you the front. Yeah, we detailed the front, the back. We did a complete overhaul of this vehicle. Whatever it was previously. What was it previously? But anyway, this is the Dodge Charger, one of those Dodge Charger drift cars, 2006, 2007 models. And we wanted to show you both of them. More or less to show you that we made more than one. There we go. But the same design. The accessory numbers is great. 8212 on this one, 8210 on this one. We also have 8211 as well. And I try to keep the same drift car design on all of them. You notice that the 8212 is also on the numbers. The unit numbers is also on the side as well. We can customize. We did the designs. We did the designs as well from scratch. And 8210 here. Yeah, we did the design. We did the numbers. We did the design from scratch, and then once we, when we can do it from scratch, and when we do our designs, we'll put numbers on the different on the decals itself, on the primary decals itself. And these are the primary. These are kind of like the primary ones, the actual ones that we were working on. And the accessory decals is the, Chicago Police, the word Chicago Police, the 8210 and everything else. All the accessory, the unit numbers and stuff that's on the front and the back, I call them accessory decals. Just for my definition and for my peace of mind and knowing what's what. But nicely done. Now the 8210 unit was the one that was made a few years ago, and the 8212 is the most recent unit that I've done. But we did have a template of it, so I mean we still have the folder, the design on our folder. All we did was just go in there and change it and just added the unit number on the back, and then put it back on there, and put it on our sheet to print out, and then we printed it out, and then once we sized it up, we printed it out, and then put it on the vehicle after clear coat, and clear coat the water slide decal, clear coat it, and then apply it on there. Not bad at all. It's been sweet. This has been these this project here, you know, like I said, this project here has been a good project to do. Outstanding. Because we did that from scratch. We even painted the vehicle. Got the even painted the vehicle. Got the work done. The only thing we didn't do is do anything to the tires. We felt that that was the right color. The rims were the right color to blend in with the tampos that we already worked on. We're not going in any particular order. This is the Boston Police Department. Police Interceptor Utility. It's one of the older models. And we put it on an older model vehicle as well. Decals by Rhonda Curley, Police Decal Shop. Thank you, Rhonda. We bought the new one and the older model one decals, because the previous decal, this is the previous decal design she's made. And the newer one is much more. Now we haven't made the newer one yet, but we are in the process of making a, you know, of building one and applying the new decals on a newer Police Interceptor Utility model. But these the older decals right here, and they're slightly, and the new ones are slightly different from the older ones, but they do have the decal on, you know, the hood decal to put on the hood of the vehicle. It's pretty unique. Had to, you know, work it a little bit on the hood. That's usually the most difficult part of the decal to install, so to speak, on the vehicle. Nicely done. Yeah, I need to tailor it a little bit and work it, but and maybe the police decals, maybe the decals on the police decal shop is maybe considered a little bit fragile. We tried to dry it out, and we give it a chance to put it on the paper towel after we put it in water for about a few seconds, just a few seconds. Gotta remember, just a few seconds on these decals, on decals of police decal shop. Just give it a few seconds. Don't give it more than about 5 to 7 seconds. That's it. And then just get it out of the water. I hold it with tweezers when I dip it in the water. Hold it in tweezers, face down, dip it in the water, and then put it on the, and then put it face down on the on a paper towel or napkin. And we use ours on a paper towel, so you can absorb it, so you can absorb the water right away. And just leave it on the paper towel, napkin, face down for about a minute, and then you work on applying them. And then while you're waiting for the decals to dry for about a minute or so, you can apply the micro set and actually put it on there and be able to maneuver it around a little bit, so to speak. But that decal will be rigid and will just, once it absorbs some of the immediate moisture coming off you dipping it in water for a few seconds, it'll make the decal rigid just enough for you to maneuver it around the thing. Now the micro set is, if you can't place it exactly on there, then you can move it around a little bit and adjust it while you still have that chance. So not too moist but not too dry, so to speak, but it works. You just got to work with it. Some decals from vendors are a little bit more fragile than others, but this is manageable. It's manageable. It's very manageable, and you'll get the hang of it pretty, in no time, in about 1 or 2 designs. She is good about the police decal shop is good about replacing decals that you tear up, that gets ripped while you're trying to apply it. She does good with that. We hadn't had to do that, but we've had some ones that ripped, but we managed to find a way to, we managed to seal it that's a whole new ball game, so to speak. But I mean, we found a way to seal it and put it back together, and keep it to the point where you can't tell. Even I can't tell the difference after a few days and working with multiple designs and stuff. And I'm working with multiple designs and stuff, and then go from there. Even I can't tell and come back to it and tell you that if that was the one that got ripped up or not. But it works. You know, it takes a steady hand and a little bit of knowledge and tips and advice. But moving on, I'm zooming in on Sevier County, Tennessee Sheriff's Department. Police Interceptor Utility. This is on the 2020 Police Interceptor Utility model. I like that. And give you a zoom in design, both up close and a little bit further away. Nice design here. Saw this vehicle and I said we have to make it. But let's see if we find somebody that has made it first, and then see if we can, and then go from there. We did find one. Cardinal Police Diecast, I believe, is the one that made this design, and we bought it from that vendor. Thank you very much. They do great work as well. Cardinal Police Diecast. I haven't, we've engaged with so many vendors. Bill Bozo, Cardinal Police Diecast, Police Decal Shop, J&S Decals. We just now engaged with them with some decals as well. And we'll show you. We'll keep track, and then plus to go along with the ones that we design. And the reason why we do what we do, the reason why we're doing that, one is to support the group that's worked so hard and getting those decals done. Two, we're able to do decals that if somebody else has them, great. Then you get those decals. We'll purchase those decals, and then at the same time, we can make the ones that we want to make without having to go back and trying to make the same decals. No need to make the decals that somebody else made if you can purchase them and install them on yourself, and just work on something that they don't have decals for, and then try to make it. And we're working on a project with getting every sheriff's department in the state, across our state in South Carolina. It is, and we've already started, but it's still challenging just to watch. We have 46 counties across our state, but heck, compared to some of them that has 100 counties like North Carolina, they have 100 counties. Tennessee may have, definitely have over 50, I believe, and this is one of them. But like I said, Sevier County in Tennessee. This looks like a Florida design, but this is mostly Tennessee. Cardinal Police Diecast. Did a great job, guys. Thank you very much. I was supposed to go fast. I don't know. We'll try to go fast. Westfield, Indiana, if I'm not mistaken. Westfield, Indiana Police. This is installed on an older Police Interceptor Utility model. 2014 model. Police Interceptor Utility. We got these from Cardinal Police Diecast. Thank you very much. We actually had and we still have in our collection a Westfield Police unit that we just bought the model in. It was also on a Police Interceptor Utility. It's a slick top, and that older model was a slick top, and it was an older model. It was a 2014 model. I believe, police interceptor utility, and the designs are similar to this one you see here. The decals are new, and we just put it on an older police interceptor utility that was available to us, and we get that, and it looks just like the one we purchased and added to our collection. The only difference is the font here. I think they have a gray tone font on, they have a gray tone font on this one. The other one is not gray, it's just white with the blue trims, if I'm not mistaken. And that's it. Maybe the emergency 911 is a little bit smaller here on this design than it is on the other one. The other one is big. You can really see the 911. Here you have to get up very close to it and get a general idea where it's at. But it's there. It works though. And then you get to the back. Not much in the back. It does have Westfield Police on it, or just police. Try to get it there, and then nicely done though. And we saw that, and we knew we needed to get that design as well, because we wanted to add it to the collection. It has also, Cardinal Police Diecast also has a few other designs from previous vehicles that we've had, that we wanted to add another vehicle to that particular police department, to that collection. And so far so good. Very rarely do we add incomplete models, an incomplete model into this thing. We usually like to wait until we finish. This is kind of finished. This is the Leaguesville Police Department. Our chief's retiring well, we have a police chief that's retiring in June, the end of June, and he works for the Leaguesville Police Department. Now, I don't work there, but I know the chief. I know the chief of police there. We used to tour together, and we worked together in the National Guard Armory when he served there, and when we both served there at that point in time. But he is a true Leaguesville native, literally born and bred there his entire life. He's actually retiring. It's hard to believe that he's lived about 2/3 of his life in law enforcement, and so many other careers in the process. I'll show you why it's incomplete. I'll tell you, but I'll kind of give you a guess why it's incomplete. Nicely done on that one. That's the recognition of the Leaguesville Police Department vehicle, and we try to make it close. We designed the decals ourselves, applied it on here. It's probably a tad wider than the police. Is probably a tad wider than I would like it to be, but no doubt about it, everything else is pretty much as close to spot on as possible. Probably a little wide on their crest, crest design. Emergency 911. If you say, where's the designs on the rear? That's it. The license plate. That's it. Nah, we knew what the back looked like, but we didn't. But when we tried to put the decals for the back on there, it was too wide. It reached around the vehicle. It was really wide. And it was really wide and was really long. We needed to shorten it up. So that's what we're waiting on. We're just getting the Batesburg Lees. We just got to design the back with the Batesburg Leesville on the back of the vehicle, and then, you know, just kind of reduce the size. Other than that, it's been great. This has been a great design, and that's the only thing missing out of the vehicle is the back part of it. Very well done. Otherwise, yeah, we usually don't show incomplete vehicles, but that was incomplete, and it's with that it's only 90% done. 90%. Police intercepted utility vehicle from Matchbox. This is one of those previous designs that Matchbox made of the police interceptor utility that didn't quite look like the actual police interceptor utility, more or less, but it was, you know, severely different from the ones you see now that we have. I don't know if I have an available one to show you. Gosh, I would have one. Hold on, I'll keep talking while I look for one for you. But this is the Montana Highway Patrol, and this one has a good design here, and we put it on the, you know, on this type of vehicle because we felt that this will fit. It's one of the few that will fit, one of the few designs that we look for that will fit perfectly on this type of vehicle, and we decided to display it as such. Decals came from Rhonda Curley, Police Decal Shop. Thank you, Rhonda. Fantastic job. We detailed the front a little bit with, you know, a little bit. we did more detailing of this vehicle than Matchbox will care to admit, but we detailed the front, did the light textures on it. Fantastic design. Did the lights up here too, and kind of put a cover on, you know, kind of covered it with black. I don't know if you can see that too well, but covered it with black. The light details down the bottom of the push bar, details on the push bar, details behind it in the grill, and then highlight it with chrome. Make it have a stealthy appeal to it. Yeah, make it have a stealthy appeal to it, and then just try to add more to it. And then we did the back here. Did the details on the back of the lights. And then zoom in, and then a little bit more of that. But you know, see that Montana Highway Patrol logo? It's the new one. It's like the 85th anniversary edition. I'm not sure if I mentioned that or not. It's part of it. They have one for this type of vehicle, and then they have one for the darker vehicles as well. And I think we bought both of them. Here's the, you see the unique difference between the two police interceptor utilities. This one, when it first came out, this is the current edition police interceptor utility that Matchbox has made. Both of them made by Matchbox, and the one on the left is a little bit. This one looks a little bit compact. The Volkswagen Beetle version seems like, and this one's the current edition right now. Making that to another unit, and just wanted you to see the difference. What a difference. We've also made the Washington State Patrol into this onto this model as well, the compact model. But I just wanted you to see what this was actually was. And we made one, and we have two more to make, and we're adding, once we make those two, we're adding it to the thing. They are well incomplete. They're not even close to being done, but they are painted and they're ready to go to get done, and for us to put the designs on it and the decals and stuff. We're ready for all that. It's in our shop now, just about ready to go, but they're nowhere near as complete as this one. One more time on that side, and just outstanding job by this one. Just made one so we can get it displayed, and then we'll make the other ones. We'll probably show it on the June video to add to the, to add to it. What else we have? Right quick, we'll show you this one. You've probably seen this one on last month's video. The Delaware State Police. We just made another one to add to it. The Ford Expedition. Matchbox. Ford Expedition. You remember when they made these Expeditions? You probably don't. They were in the pigs a long time, but they were in the 5-pack, actually. They were part of a 5-pack. Anyway, we got them. Took the decals off, the tampos off that they had, and then we was able to paint it. Just put a coat of paint on it, just to cover up probably the discrepancies coming off the, removing of the tampos. Add a light bar. Put these decals on from Police Decal Shop. Thank you, Miss Rhonda, and she did a great job on this one. And these kind of was for the Tahoe. The decals was for the Tahoe, but yeah, they're easy to modify. She made them for the different sizes of vehicles. She can make them for the different sizes of vehicles that you have too. Like she did here, and she just recently had some decals made for the Police Interceptor Utilities. Did a fantastic job with that. We're going to try to find the actual Police Interceptor Utility to put it on, because we have used the last one, and we're kind of backlogging the orders. But not too bad, not too bad at all. I did the design of the front, touched up the front, and put a light bar on it. But is added to the addition, is added to the addition of the Delaware State Police, which right now all of them have police, Ford Expedition Interceptors. I don't even know you want to call this an interceptor, but and this one, the Expeditions are gas eaters, if you think about it from that perspective. But and here's a big but. Their state's not very big, so they can get around very well. Give from point A to B, take care of traffic, and get all that done. This is the South Carolina Department of Transportation vehicles. Usually we don't think about making transportation police vehicles, but ever since we made the one for Georgia, yeah. Georgia's Department of Transportation Police for a customer, we kind of got a little bit interested, just a little bit interested. Well, we managed to put this baby on a Chevy Tahoe. and it was very, very well done. They didn't have anything in the back. They don't have anything in the back. And I'll make some decals just to say State Transport Police, and I think that's, I think that's the basic that they'll have on some of their vehicles, but not all their vehicles have anything on the, on the rear. Any type of decal, any type of decoration on the rear at all. South Carolina State Trooper had that same issue until recently. And then they had it, but this was something we just threw in. Cardinal Police diecast with the design. Thank you. I believe that's... Wait a minute. I don't know if it's Cardinal Police diecast or JNS, but I'm not sure. But whoever made it out of those two, thank you very much. It did very, very well. As you can see, I think it was JNS. JNS diecast out of Texas. Now, we made another one, and this is a redo. This is kind of a redesign. We took the one that was a sticker decal off of it and put in a water slide decal, and that was on the main part. We kept the accessory decals on this one. This one is a Hot Wheels Mitsubishi Eclipse concept car, and we felt we needed some school resource officer vehicles. This is one of them. The Mitsubishi Eclipse concept car. We're making that into an actual school resource officer vehicle. Felt we need some for the schools that we kind of have in our county. So this is one of them. And like I said, all we changed was the main decal. You see the accessory decal on here, and all we changed was the main decal here. That was it. That was it. We're going to make another decal to add to it, and put it in the back here. It says School Resource Officer or SRN or SRO in the back, as well as the bumper number, which is going to be just like that. And we'll probably leave the unit number on top. But it looks good. And we made two of them, just to let you know. Just so you know, we made two of them. We have a couple more of these Mitsubishi concept vehicles that we received through either collections or from hobby shops or from farmers markets, where we had we have three of these concepts now, and they're probably going to be more on the way, where we can add SRO we add them to our fleet as SRO vehicles, or school resource officer videos, or vehicles. Well, I'm saying videos, but vehicles. Definitely a dynamite concept here, trust me. And added to the fleet, they'll be a welcome addition. Either SRO, school resource officer videos, or maybe an FTO vehicle and stuff. You'll have a fancy vehicle, but it won't be the one you were asked for or requested. And we made another one from the last video, which is the North Carolina State Trooper vehicle. Love the decals. Made by Rhonda Curley of the Police Decal Shop. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. This looks great. Outstanding. Anybody wanted this? She has made one for the regular Dodge Charger, and she's made one for this Chevy Tahoe. Fits like a glove. No cutting, no slicing required. I would have sliced this thing like an onion if I made this decals myself. Slice this whole decal like onion. and I would be crying. I would be crying because that was a lot of work. I wouldn't even attempt to do it on another vehicle after that. But anyway, she did a great job with this. This fits like a glove from end to end. Yeah, just might have to trim off the back here. Just might, but if you know, you can get away with it not doing it and just kind of bring it up close to the light on the other end, and you'll avoid having to cut into it. It fits like a glove, from end to end. The only thing you have to worry about is draping the doors, and I just stay on it, put some micro set on it, and just keep moistening that area around the door handles for as long as you can. It takes longer for that to happen, but I would still do the 5 to 7 seconds, and then do it, and then let it put on the napkin, let it dry for for a minute, and then put it on there and apply while you apply the micro set and everything else. Not the micro sol, but the micro set. If you use the micro sol at all on these decals, at least put it on the door handles, because you use micro sol on these decals, they are fragile without the because these decals are fragile without the without the micro sol. So this will, that will really tear it up. But put the micro set on that, and just keep the micro set on it, and just kind of just work it in there. It will go into it, fall into it. There's the state trooper on just above the license plate there on the thing. It does have a decal for the back windshield, not on this one, but we made another one, and we did that. The thing is, you don't know if it's upside down, right side up. So if you lose track on how to install it properly, coming off the decal sheet that she has, it's going to be difficult to try to figure out which way is up on that decal. I wouldn't worry about it too much, because once you apply it, you can't see it anyway. So you wouldn't know what unit number it is. So we made one, and we put one on one of the vehicles just to show you what it's like, and actually have it here as well. Before I show you, and look at this, they got the state trooper on the front too, behind the grill, and everything else. We put on one of these concept Chevy Tahoes, and boy, we've just done a fantastic job with them. Now with this one here, I don't know, let me just see if we can zoom in on it. Yeah, see, that's what it looks like. It looks good. I don't even know if it's right side up or mirrored or anything like that, because we did look for it. We could find it on our finger one time when we tried to apply on it, and it got stuck on our finger. We couldn't find it. It took us like 10 minutes to find the decal. It was on our finger the entire time. But anyway, when we put it on there, it looks real good. But the rest of the decal is done great. Winding down now. I apologize for for taking so long on the video here, but I got a couple more vehicles to show you. A couple more vehicles to show you. This is the Columbia Police Department, and this is the previous decal. Now we have plenty of designs from this previous decal. And what we've done here was, previously the word police was over here underneath the mirror, and it cut into the groove of the door of the door. That's usually not the way it is. That's not the way it's designed in real life. on the previous on these decals. So we fixed the decal, and so we adjusted the font on the decal, and then used the template to kind of center it. The previous ones that we did, we did not use the template, and we was all over the place. So we had police too far out here. We would have cut into it, and you wouldn't see it. And we would, oh man, we was all over the place with the previous designs. But we did get it. But we did actually use a template on on this design. Use a template. We adjusted the font that way, and boy, it is much better on all sides, on both sides. Here we did the police, we did the Columbia, we did the decal on the crest separately, so you wouldn't see the bleed through effect. And then police on the back, everything looks good with that. And we reduced the font on, we put a new font so it could be the same size. And you know, that other one for 351 was big. It was huge. We almost didn't want to put it on there. I don't know why I don't know how we was convinced to put it on there anyway. And here's the design on the front of this one. Now they're centered. Now they're centered properly. Now it's good, it's legit, looks good. Probably, you know, the line's probably a little bit wider than we would like to, but it's still there and it does good. And we was really accommodating. We really wanted this at this size so it can accommodate the door handles that we had to put it on. And the good thing about this design is that we could put it on other vehicles as well. Now this is Columbia, South Carolina police on a police interceptor utility vehicle, like a 2016 police interceptor utility. They have since then changed their designs. It's more font oriented, and we're working on that right now. So we might have it by later on. We might have it installed on a vehicle by later on this year. But this is the design that we made on this for this vehicle. And after what, the third itinerary or third try, we've got it to this point. Sound like Porky Pig in that one. But definitely wanted to show you that. Also wanted to show you know, because we do make mistakes, or we do attempt something and it doesn't work, we'll attempt it again and again. It takes a time, but we'll get there. And this is the Philadelphia Sheriff's Office, and we made a vehicle. We made it. The design put on the Dodge Durango. Nicely done. Philadelphia Sheriff's Office. Probably a little bit smaller than we would like to, but it's there. Nicely done. And I got some designs right. We'll put a license plate on top of the. It'll be a sticker one. That'll be on top of the flag. And there's that one. That's the only thing that's incomplete. That's the only thing that's incomplete about this vehicle is the license plate and the unit number. We put license plates on it as well. It's usually just concept type license plates. So I might have a Delaware sticker on a Philadelphia vehicle, Delaware license plate on a Philadelphia vehicle, for example. And then there's the sheriff's office. I don't think they'll like that too much, but or a New York license plate on a Philadelphia vehicle, or Pennsylvania tags on an Oregon vehicle, Oregon State vehicle. But you can't tell really by the design. It's just a license plate on there, and it gives them identification. One more vehicle. Whoops, not that one. This one. This is the decals that I made and installed on the Chevy Tahoe, Lexington Medical Center in West Columbia, South Carolina. I gotta make that perfectly clear because there's more than one Lexington Medical Center, if I'm not sure, or Lexington Hospital or something like that. Yeah, but they call themselves in Kentucky. They acknowledge themselves as Lexington Medical Center as well. But this is Lexington Medical Center's Department of Public Safety vehicle, and this is the department that I work in. And nicely done details here. Now we made one for our chief who's retiring. He's retiring pretty soon, in a few days, seems like. I believe. Not too long. We'll try to give this to him. And if we don't give it to him, we'll probably mail it to him. If we don't get his mailing address, we'll keep it. Nicely done. Honor one of our fallen officers. He passed away fighting cancer. Chris Brown. Kind of did this in his honor. Yeah, he passed away in July of last year. After a long battle with cancer. The decal, we made a decal with that inscription in his memory, and we'll give this to Chief. And then we got the new Chevy Tahoes. Our department received a new Chevy Tahoe to add to the fleet of November of last year, and we've been giddy about it ever since. October, November last year, and we've been giddy ever since. Enjoying the heck out of this thing. Yeah, I rode in it at least. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. But got the had enough to get a good look at it and make the design, and make it to a police unit vehicle. Nicely done. Nicely done. I've been building police cars before I joined this department, but since I've been able to look at all the vehicles that we see, including the ones that we've had at including other departments as well, and we've had a chance to really grasp more of the attention to detail in these vehicles since then. Because we've been building before, we hadn't had the sense of attention to detail that we have now, and that's been a beautiful thing. This has been outstanding. This has been an outstanding and fun build that we have done, and I tell you, that's what it's all about. Yeah, you got to enjoy what you do. You have to enjoy what you do. We put a light bar on the top, and then we added some little details on the front and everything else. It looks spectacular. That's why I say, if we can't get a hold of our retiring chief to give him to present this vehicle to him, we'll keep it. But if not, if he gets it, we'll make another one. It just looks too good not to make another one. But we had a couple of design, and we did one previously, and it was kind of like a concept vehicle for us because we wanted to see what we could do to make the vehicle better, and we did put it on a new Tahoe, and we presented it as a Christmas present for our Sunday class. So a good friend of ours has that vehicle, but there were some flaws to that to the vehicle that that a friend of ours won on a Christmas thing, and we had the wrong phone number, and I think we didn't have this inscription here, emergency, and then the actual phone number. We did something else we didn't do, but hey, we got it on there now, and looks real good. and not too bad, not too bad at all. Very well done, gang. Thank you for this awesome presentation of vehicles that we've done in the month of May. And then we're going to work on the ones on the month of June and then present it to you as well. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I apologize for the length of this video. That's probably the only thing I'm going to apologize for. But the length of the video. But thank you for watching. If you watched this long, hey, appreciate it and hope you enjoyed everything about it. A little bit of tips and advice along the way of how we did the builds and everything else. But once again, thank you for being part of our channel. We'll see you again real soon. Take care, guys. Bye.